Okay, arrange above fractions, these ones, in ascending order. Now this is a very frequent type of question that is asked in high school exams. You will be given a number of fractions. You will either have to arrange them in ascending order or in descending order. Now before even you try to solve these questions, you try to find the smallest or biggest fraction, you have to understand a few rules. So say for example you had a set of fractions 1 of 4 and then 3 fourth and then 2 of 4. The denominator, if you notice in this example, are same, exactly the same. So if denominators are same, the smallest fraction is the one that has the smallest numerator. So this is the smallest fraction, this is number 2 and this is number 3. Okay, so if you were to organize or arrange them in ascending order from smallest to biggest, so 1 of 4, this would be the second one, 2 of 4, and then this would be the third one, 3 of 4. Okay, and if you were to use the number line to check your answers, you have to draw a number line, and then as you know that this is 0.0, this is from here to here is 1 unit, this is 0.1, and this is 0.2, and line goes on and on in this direction as well as in this direction. Now you can see that in each of these fractions, each whole has been divided into 4 equal parts. So we can divide this 1 unit into 4 equal parts as well. So this is 1, this is half, so 1, 2, 3 and 4 equal parts. And this, for example, and this is our smallest fraction, 1 of 4. So the magnitude of this fraction will be from here to here. Okay, so 1 of 4 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this, the magnitude of this fraction is 2 of 4, so the size of this fraction would be from here to here, 2 of 4 equal parts. And this is our number 3. The magnitude or the size of this fraction is 3 of 4. So as you can visually and graphically see that this is the smallest fraction, this one, this is the fraction in between, and this is the fraction that is biggest fraction out of 3. And so we have, our answer is right. We have arranged these fractions in ascending order. If we were to arrange them in descending order, of course 3 over 4 would be the first one, 2 over 4 will still remain in the middle, and 1 over 4 will be the last one. Alright, now that was the solution if you had if you had denominators that were exactly the same. What if you had a set of fractions that did not have same denominator? Say for example you had a set of fraction 3 of 4 and then 1 of 2 and then 4 of 6. In this case you have to convert these denominators to exactly the same number. You have to find what is known as least common denominator, and the way to do it is to find the least common multiple of these three numbers, this one, and this one. So the multiples of 4 are 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, and we can go and on in this direction. The multiples of 2 is 2, 4. So this is the first common multiple of these two numbers, 4 and 2. 4 is the first common multiple. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and on. And the multiples of 6 are 6 and 12, and looks like we already have found a common multiple of all three numbers. So this is the least common multiple, the common multiple, the smallest common multiple of all three numbers. So what we now have to do, we have to change all these denominators to 12, and in order to do that we have to times this by 3, and then if we times the denominator by 3, we have to times numerator by 3 as well. To convert this to 12, we have to times it by 6, and if we did that, we have to times numerator by 6 as well. To convert this denominator to 12, we have to times it by 2, and then if we did that, we have to times 4 by 2 as well. So the fraction now looks like 9, 3 times 3 is 9, 9 over 12, 6 over 12, and 8 over 12. The denominators are same now. This fraction has the smallest numerator, this is the second biggest, and this is the biggest. To arrange these, so this fraction is the equivalent fraction of 3 over 4, this is the equivalent fraction of 1 over 2, and this is the equivalent fraction of 4 over 6. So if this was the smallest, we have to write 1 over 2 here. The second one is 4 over 6. 4 over 6. Remember, you have to write the original fractions that were given to you, 3 or 4, not 9 of 12. Okay, so 4 of 6 and then 3 over 4. So this is your answer. Alright, having said that, there is another way which is known as cross multiplication. If you had two fractions, 3 over 4 and 1 over 2, so which one is the biggest fraction? What you simply do, you times this numerator by this denominator. So 3 times 2 is 6, and this is the number for this fraction, and 1 times 4 would be 4. So this is the number for this fraction. As you can see, this is the smaller number, so 1 over 2 is the smaller fraction, and then 3 over 4 is the bigger fraction. Again, if you had a number line and divide it into 4, divide one unit into 4 equal parts, 1 of 2. So if you were to divide this unit into 2 groups, so this would be the 1 of 2. And if you divide this line into 4 equal parts, and 3 over 4 would look like this. This is this fraction half, and this is 3 over 4. So this is 1 of 2. If you were to divide this fraction, this whole, into 2 equal parts, so this would be 1 of 2, and this is 3 over 4. So let's try to solve this question. So we have these fractions here again, and instead of trying and finding a the least common denominator, which you should always do, but we can still do without it. So the most frequently used fraction is denominator is 4. Alright, so we can change all these denominators to 4 as well. So the way to do this one, both 6 and 8 are multiples of 2. 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times 4 is 8. This is already 4. To convert this denominator to 4, we can times this by 2 and times this by 2. So this would be 3 over 4. This is 5 over 4. 3 times 2 is 6 over 4. 1 of 4, and this would be 4 times 1 is 4 plus 3, that would be 7 over 4, and this would be times 2 and times 2, this would be 2 over 4. All these denominators are 4 now. So this is the smallest one, number 1. The second one would be 2. This is the second one. This is the third one. This is the fourth one. This is fifth on line, and this is sixth on line. Okay, so number 1 is 3 over 2. You have to remember, you have to write the original fractions, not these ones. So the smallest fraction is 3 over 2. The second one is 2 over 4, which is this one, 1 over 2. Number 3 is this one, which is 6 over 8, 6 over 8. Number 4 is 5 over 4, 5 over 4. Number 6 is 7 over 4. So your answer would be, so 3 over 2, 1 over 2, 6 over 8, 5 over 4, and 7 over 4. Okay, so we have made a mistake. So this was not 7 over 4, that was 1 3 over 4. Alright, so this is your answer, and you can draw a number line and prove that your answer is right. Thank you very much.